Pixie Doll, welcome back to the channel. I'm Crystal, aka the Wholesome Witch, and today we are going to go through some of the ways I like to celebrate Lughnasadh, which is coming up on Friday, August 1st, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. And I'm going to take you through this kind of vlog style, which I've never done before. So we're just going to jump in and see how it turns out. So yeah. Lughnasadh is coming up on August 1st, and I'm actually filming this just a couple of days before Lughnasadh because I want it to be out before the actual day. So I just kind of get to celebrate twice. I'll do some things today and I'll do some more things on Friday when it actually gets here. And Lughnasadh is one of the first harvest festivals. Harvest season is my favorite. I love autumn, and yes, I know August 1st is still summer, but it is the first harvest festival. So we have 3 harvest festivals: Lughnasadh, Mabon, and Samhain. And it takes us from August 1st until October 31st, which is just the most magical time of the year, really. So for me, as soon as we hit Lughnasadh on August 1st, I really start to go into fall mode. Autumn is my absolute favorite. I love it. September and October are just the most magical months. And August really just brings that promise that fall is coming. So yeah, basically August 1st comes and bring on the spooky decor, bring on the sweaters, the boots, the pumpkin spice, everything, and I can't help it. That's just where my mind goes. I love it so much. And I know I'm not alone in this sentiment. I know there are a lot of autumn lovers out there, especially in this witchy realm that if you're watching my videos, you're probably a part of. And hello bestie, it's nice to meet you. I can't wait to film all the autumn content and to share it with you guys here, and I would love if you leave comments and let me know if you're also in this camp of, you know, basically August gets here and we're just ready for fall. It's time for it to arrive. Drop like a sunflower down in the comments and let me know. So sorry, I'm getting off track and going on a tangent, but back to Lughnasadh. It's really a time where we celebrate abundance and gratitude and everything that we have sown this year so far. So celebrating our accomplishments and also tending to things that still need nurturing, tending to things that still need to grow, and also focusing on leaving things behind that are just not in alignment with us anymore, not serving us well anymore. It's a great time to set new intentions as we do move through the second half of summer and towards fall. I'll also mention that Lughnasadh is the midpoint between the summer solstice and the autumn equinox. So we are officially halfway through summer once Lughnasadh arrives. And I'll talk more about it as we go through the video and I kind of show you some of the ways that I celebrate. I really enjoy celebrating all the 3 harvest season festivals. They're just my favorite. So I'm excited to have this one arrive. I've already got my sunflowers, which they're just such a happy flower. They hold so many properties of just positivity and uplifting and abundance, all those things. So I hope you'll stick around and join me as I go through some of the ways I like to honor this turn of the wheel and hopefully provide you with some inspiration for your own festivities as we move into Friday. And like I said, we'll see how the vlog turns out. I'm sure it won't be perfectly aesthetic or perfectly done, but we're not going to worry about that too much. I'm just going to go through what I do and hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you get inspired for your own celebration on Friday. I am going to start with some tarot readings for the rest of harvest season. So come with me and we'll make our way to my office. Okay, so we're going to get into a couple of card readings, which is really a non-negotiable as far as my festivities go. I do card readings on every single Sabbath for the 6 weeks ahead to see how things are going to go until we reach our next Sabbath. So I always use 2 card decks. I do 2 different readings. I use, right now anyways, these are the 2 that I use. I'm obsessed. Oracle of Shadows and Light, and the other one, Everyday Witch Tarot. So I'm going to do a reading with each of these, and I recently decided, which is silly because I don't know why I've not done this before, but I'm going to have a dedicated book for all my card readings. I usually just put them into like my journal as part of the daily entry, but this is going to be much more organized and I can just go and not have to flip through my journal to find different readings. So I have a brand new book. I'm so excited. I actually love this book. So we're going to do a Celtic cross spread with my tarot deck. Then I'm going to do just a 6-card spread with the oracle deck. 1 card for each week until we get to the autumn equinox. So, fresh new page. I'm so excited. I love starting a new notebook. The little things. The little things. And we're going to do the tarot reading first. I did a video the other day of my favorite decks. Such a good deck. The book is so high quality. So everyone does their readings a little bit different. I like to do a good shuffle and then just use my intuition to tell me kind of when I should finish, and then when I feel I'm ready to stop shuffling, I just split the deck and then do my spread. Sometimes I'll also use the cards if any just kind of fly out of the deck that kind of tells me that they want to be heard. So I'll use those ones as well. Nothing seems to be falling out today though. So I'm going to focus on the cards and on my intentions and kind of what I want some clarity on for the next few weeks moving forward. And I will catch up with you when I'm done. So basically my process is I get all the cards down and I'll write them out, and I'll write down some initial notes that come to me as soon as I flip them over. And then after I do that, I will go to the book and look up every single card. Even if I'm confident I know what the card is saying, the book might say something in a different way than I was thinking it. And some of the cards, you know, you forget things. I'm not an expert tarot reader by any means, so I still like to consult the book to make sure I have all the information. And this was a great reading. I am very happy with this. And I do have 2 cards fly out of the deck, so I kind of, when cards fly out of the deck before I start to lay things, I just kind of think of them as like the overall kind of theme or energy for the next 6 weeks, or themes that are going to be with me for the next 6 weeks. I got the Magician and the Hermit for that, and I am happy with this. Anyways, it was a really good reading. I'm not going to go through the whole reading with you, because, you know, or my notes, because it's personal, but I'm happy with that. And we're going to do the shorter reading now. So as I said, I'm going to do just 6 cards with the oracle deck, 1 for each week as we move towards autumn. And I'll do the same thing. I'll shuffle until I feel ready. I'll lay them out, and then we will see what's happening. Now the oracle deck, even though I use it all the time, I definitely need the book because everything is so, each card is so specific. And there are some cards, even though I use them all the time, there are some cards in this deck that I have still yet to flip. So I'm still always learning when I use this deck for sure. So let's get into spread number 2. So second reading complete. I was not as certain about this one as I was with the tarot card reading. And I have to say, I have been using this deck for a while, like a long while, probably 3 years that I've been using it very consistently. And my last couple of readings with it, I haven't been as impressed with, I have to say. Not because they weren't, you know, positive or anything like that, just that I didn't feel like connected with the messages as much as when I first started using this deck. So that's telling me it might be time to lean into a new deck for a little while. Though I love this deck. But maybe when I do my readings on Friday. I will do a reading on Friday with a different deck and see how that goes. This one was okay, but I didn't feel as connected with it. Anyways, those are done. So I always do those kind of early in my day. I write down all this and then I'll do a journal session for the day a little later on, and I'll reflect on the cards a little bit more, and I'll write more stuff about what I think about the readings. So now we are going to get into the kitchen, because something else I always do on the Sabbath is make something, and the foods that are tied with Lughnasadh and the harvest festivals are some of my favorites. So let's go. Today we're doing some simple 1-bowl blueberry muffins. Lughnasadh favorites. I usually like to do muffins or scones or some type of sweet loaf. Sweet breads are a big part of Lughnasadh. Grains, any type of grain, flour. So those are my go-tos. Today I'm going to do muffins. I think maybe on actual Lughnasadh on Friday I will do scones. I really like to do scones on Lughnasadh Sabbath. I don't really have time for that today though. These are nice and quick and easy, and I'm not using my own recipe today. I often do, but today I'm using one from the Simple Veganista, who has really nice recipes. If you don't follow her on Instagram, or check out the blog, she has some good stuff. And we are going to get right into this. I will say for my flour, I'm going to use spelt flour. I like to use it as a substitute for white flour in recipes because it's really mild tasting and you can use it 1-to-1, so you don't have to adjust the amounts at all, and it has more nutrients, less processed than white flour. And we all know, doing our kitchen witchery, we like to use things that are as little processed as possible so that they have more energy still within them and that everything hasn't been stripped away. So spelt flour is my go-to when I'm doing recipes like this and recipes that call for white flour. So we're gonna go ahead and mix these up, get them in the oven, and while I'm making these, I'm going to put in my intentions for an abundant, prosperous start of harvest season and over the next few weeks as we move into autumn. Yeah, abundance, prosperity. I'll do some thanks at the end as well. When I'm doing kitchen witch stuff, it's a lot of my mindset. I really like to be focused. Today, I don't even have anything extra in my space except for the sunflowers, which bring in that prosperous, abundant energy as well. Sometimes I'll bring in crystals, I'll bring in candles, but today we're just gonna go with our ingredients and our mindset and our focus, and we're gonna get right into it. So let's get started. So while those are baking, we're gonna clean this up and I'm gonna make a tea to sit outside for a couple minutes because it's gonna take like 30 minutes for the muffins to bake. So let's get cleaning. Okay, so it is now quite a bit later. I had some disruptions when the muffins were in the oven. My partner came home, we ended up having lunch, but now we've made our tea. I made this ginger peach tea, which I've never had before, but I'm excited to try it. Added a lemon to it. And we're going to do our Lughnasadh journaling session. So let's go. So I like to do a journal session on every single Sabbath, and I like to include some scripting in it. So what I will do is, I do scripting as a normal practice fairly regularly, just about my ultimate vision, dream goal, highest self, best life, all those things. On the Sabbaths, I like to script the next 6 weeks. So I'll write on the Sabbath as if I am entering the next one, and everything over those last 6 weeks have gone just as I wanted them to. So I do that, and then I write a little bit as well about where I am just in the moment, right now, some reflections, things that I want to move forward on, things that I maybe don't want to move forward on anymore, just thoughts in general, kind of an intuitive journal session about where I am. But the scripting is a big part of it. So let's get writing. That was a good little writing session, and I have had my little companion join me. Hi, Smokey. So I'm going to sit for a minute and reflect on the things that I wrote, spend a little time with Smokey here, and then we will go and put together our spell jar. So I have finished my tea, switched to coffee because I always have a beverage in my hands. If I keep vlogging, you'll probably see that. Water, tea, coffee, matcha. I always have one of the 4 in my hands. So yes, I have finished my tea, I have refilled my coffee, and I've gotten all my ingredients out to do my abundance spell jar. So let's go through what we have. I have my jar with a green top, green for abundance and earth connection. I usually have a string to tie around the top of the jar. I couldn't find any appropriate strings that I wanted to use, so I'm kind of improvising today. So I just chose the jar with the green top instead. I would normally do like a green string. I have my incense here. Today I have sandalwood. I like to cleanse my just area before beginning with an incense. It's my cleansing tool of choice, I'll say. Then I have some lavender buds here, cinnamon, of course, nutmeg, some cloves and juniper berries, sage, citrine crystal, peppermint essential oil, lemongrass essential oil, and sweet orange essential oil. These are the things that are going to go into my jar. I also am currently burning a candle for love and peace, and I'm going to light this while I do it. It's kind of energies that I want to hold with me throughout harvest season, so I thought it was appropriate. And then I have this Ace of Pentacles manifestation spray that I bought from Black Moon Botanica in Edinburgh. Often, usually, almost always, I make my own sprays. But this one, I really liked this one when I was in the store about a month ago. And I've really been enjoying it. So I'm going to use this one today. Oh, I have my 3 pieces of paper and a pen because I'm going to write 3 intentions on these strips of paper. and include them in the jar as well. So basically what I do, I'll cleanse my area and my items with the incense first, light my candle, spray my spray, and then I put each item into the jar one at a time. I will hold them for a moment in my hand, setting the intention for it. I do it kind of organically, but usually I'll do like herbs, crystals, other items like the coins, and then I do the essential oil last. That's just totally a choice. Whatever order you decide to put them in is really up to you. At the very end, actually the essential oils aren't last. At the very end, I will do my written intentions and include them in the bowl. I fold them up. I do 3 intentions. I fold them up 3 times. I like to work with the number 3. It's very meaningful to me, and everything comes in 3s, mother, maiden, crone. Yeah, I like to work in 3s. So I'm going to do that, and I'll put those in last. Then I will seal the jar, hold it in my hands, close my eyes, visualize for a few minutes, whatever kind of feels right for me on the harvest season I want to have, and the next 6 weeks especially until we get to the autumn equinox. Then I will close the ritual and find a nice spot to put my jar, and I'll leave it there for the season. And in this case, I will put my jar up on my altar. I'll show you when I'm finished. So let's do it. Let's get into it. So friends, I really hope you enjoyed this little vlog style video. We'll see how it turns out when I edit it. I'm not sure, to be honest. Vlogging is hard, and I've tried before and I'm always like, oh, I didn't get enough shots, or I should have gotten this, I should have gotten that. And I'm sure I'm going to do the same this time, but I'm going to put it out there anyway because I want to share. I want to share with you guys, and if I don't ever put it out, then I'm never going to get better at it, am I? So if you made it all the way to the end, my sincere gratitude to you. I really appreciate it, especially since this is my very first vlog, and I appreciate you sticking with me. So obviously I didn't include every single thing in this vlog that I would like to do on a Sabbath day. I included as many things as I could. I would also highly recommend you get outside, explore your neighborhood, find a new place in nature to just sit and enjoy. And I always make a meal, usually dinner. I know we baked muffins today, which I always do bake something, but I'll usually do a full meal as well on the actual Sabbath day. And I like to do a simmer pot, and I probably will do one when Friday actually gets here and we're actually on Lughnasadh. A simmer pot for blessings, gratitude, abundance, prosperity, clarity. Those are some good intentions. And simmer pots are just, they're great all year round, but harvest season, they are extra special somehow. I really hope you use this Lughnasadh to appreciate everything you have, to call in more blessings, to reevaluate your mindset with abundance, and tap into more self-worth and just knowing that you're worthy and deserving of everything you want to achieve for yourself. Use this time to reflect and celebrate your wins from the year so far. And yeah, just a lot of appreciation on this day. So I do hope the video gave you some inspiration for things to do for your own Sabbath. I have a couple of Lughnasadh articles on my blog, and I'm going to link them below to give you some more ideas for how to celebrate and more information just on the Sabbath in general. If you enjoyed the video, please do like and subscribe. It really helps the channel, and I so appreciate you being here right to the end of the vlog. I will see how this goes, and perhaps there will be more vlogs to come in the future, and I'm sure I will get better at it as I go along this new kind of journey I'll also link my socials down below in case you want to check those out, and my spellbook in case you want to check that out. It's a twice monthly, very low cost subscription where I send resources for practical daily magic, for the Sabbats, for seasonal living, practical magic, all that good stuff. So that'll be linked down there as well if you want to check it out. And I am wishing you a very beautiful, magical, abundant harvest season ahead and a fabulous Lughnasadh celebration on the weekend. And until next time, sending you many, many blessings.